Hello everyone, my name is Aster. Um, this is my first proper video, I guess. I play a lot of CK3, so I thought I might start doing a couple tutorial kind of things. And today I wanted to show you guys um, what my favorite Ironman compatible um, custom character is. A lot of people, when they first start out playing this game, they struggle with custom characters a little bit. It seems kind of difficult, kind of overwhelming to make a character that could have, good succession and stuff like that. So these are all the settings. You can see achievements enabled, Iron Man, or achievements available, Iron Man enabled. I have a preset set. If I scroll down, you guys can pause the video if you want to copy my settings. But I mean, they're pretty standard stuff. I would recommend, by the way, setting your sexuality distribution to either hetero heterosexuality or bisexuality. It makes marriages and having children a lot easier. Um, but I mean, you can do whatever you want. So here we have the open world. I mean, I'm just gonna show you how to make a character, so we don't really have to worry about who we're picking. So let's go over here. Um, so what is really good if you want a really really good start to make character? Obviously, you got to play male because most places, unless you're playing around um, down here in Africa, it tends to be a lot of equal between men and women. But most places around are going to be male dominated. So whenever you make a character, I basically always want it to be male. I would say set your sexual orientation to either heterosexual or bisexual. Either one really works. It makes, like I said, your marriages and having good offspring and good heirs a lot easier because you can have more children by doing the seduce interaction. So when you're making your character, just go with the culture and faith of wherever your region is. So if you're playing in Scandinavia, go with the Norse religion and Norse culture. If you're playing, uh, I don't know, just kind of base it around where you are. Unless you're doing some role play thing and you want to do a certain character with a certain story, then do whatever you want. So as for stats, my favorite, absolute favorite stat tree is um, stewardship. It's just really good for making money. If you're playing somewhere that starts tribal, a good one to go for is also uh, diplomacy because that boosts how much prestige you get, and prestige is a little more important for tribal countries than gold. But generally, you're going to be playing feudal, so I would go with gold. I like to go with fortune builder, the 3 star. And for personality, generally, it's a really good combo to go for temperate, gregarious, and I really like to do ambitious. But you can sub this in with stubborn or zealous is also a really good one. I used to be a really big fan of greedy, but I realized that the more I play this game, there's a lot of extra stress gain you get from a greedy character. Uh, a lot of events will gain you a lot of stress, like calling hunts, and you'll lose some of the positive benefits of calling a hunt or hosting a feast if you're greedy because your character doesn't like to spend the money. So I wouldn't really recommend going with greedy, but it is good um, for the little monthly income bonus. As for other traits, I'm a really really big fan of okay. Always what I put in first is quick. Quick makes your heirs amazing. You can find if you can find a spouse that has either the quick trait or intelligent or even better genius, your heir is basically guaranteed to be quick, intelligent, or genius. It's just such a good start because it gives you a +1 to all stats. If you get up to genius, I believe it's a +5 to all stats. Um, let's see. Yeah, +5. So it's very, very easy to build up to genius if you start out with quick. Only takes a couple hundred years if you're doing a longer playthrough. It's not very hard. So genius is a really good one. And for more positive traits, we're actually gonna take some negative traits later, or some, just one. We're gonna take a negative trait later. But as for other positive traits, um, I'm a very big fan of. Let's see, where is it? Avaricious is a good one, but you're gonna have to lower some of your stats if you want to take avaricious. But it boosts your holding taxes by 15%, which is very very nice. But if you're not really in the market to lower some stats, then I wouldn't pick up Avaricious, but it is very, very helpful. And then for the negative trait, we're going to take Flagellant. Flagellant gives a tiny penalty to health, so it's not really going to alter your death much. A -2 to prowess. If you're not leading your troops into combat very much, it doesn't really matter what your prowess is. But I would say if you're playing like Norse or something like that, I wouldn't really take Flagellant because you get some nice prowess bonuses and stuff like that for being Norse. But the stress loss, this plus 20% stress loss right here, is very, 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 very helpful. And it also adds an event in your decisions where you can flagellate. It makes you wounded, but it will also decrease your stress by a good amount, which is very, very helpful. I'll make a later video explaining what trick you can do with stress loss events when you have a mental break. All right, so as you can see, we're at 403, so not exactly Ironman compatible. The first thing you can do to make yourself more Ironman compatible is lower your age. You can go, I like to stay at 18, but you can go down to 17 or even 16 if you really want to. It might make the start of your game a little bit more difficult, but I'd say 18 is a good point. And you can see we're at 384, we got some wiggle room. So you can boost some stats. I would say make sure your diplomacy is around 12. Maybe it could be a little less, around 10 to 12. Stewardship is just going to be high automatically from Fortune Builder, and that combined with the +1 from Stewardship, or +1 from Quick, it's going to be really nice. If there's a stat you're looking to decrease, I've found Intrigue as, okay, every stat is useful, guys, but Intrigue isn't really the best of the best. So you can lower Intrigue if you want to boost something else a little more, like Diplomacy. So yeah, there we go. And I would say you don't really ever need to make a marriage or give yourself heirs unless you're starting out like really old or something like that. That's the only time I would really say you need to add yourself some sons or daughters. But if you're starting young, don't get the AI marriage because it's not really going to have good traits. And don't get the sons or daughters because they're also not really going to have great traits. And as for looks don't really matter. You can do whatever you want with yourself. Name also doesn't matter. Do a role play, do a funny thing. Make your name like a symbol or something. I don't know. Whatever you want to do. So yeah, that's how I would make my characters. That's gonna be all for today, guys. Hope you have a good one. Oh, that's why. All right. See you guys next time. Bye.